Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the second lecture on module number 4, that is feedback amplifiers. In this lecture, we'll be discussing about the properties and advantages of negative feedback. Okay, so let us see into details of this. So there are just in the previous lecture, we are saying that what is positive feedback, what is negative feedback, and we have seen the negative feedback, some of the good properties of negative feedback, or advantages of negative feedback. So let us try to understand what is the negative feedback and what are its properties. Is that it improves the stability. That is, the stability of the circuit is improved. He's saying that it improves the stability by making the gain less sensitive to all kind of variations. So it is making our circuit operation more stable by making gain less sensitive. The circuit gain less sensitive it will be making, and this is sensitive for variations. Okay, so it makes less sensitive for all kind of variations that are happening in the circuit. The next property is reduces a non-linear distortion. Okay, distortion means it's a noise. Okay, so in the noise there will be two types, linear and non-linear. So particularly this negative feedback will be reducing the non-linear distortion in the circuit. Right. The next property is reduces the noise. Okay? So whatever the noise that is coming in, that will be reduced. Right. Next is changes in the input and output impedances. Okay. It increases or decreases the input and output impedance according to feedback topology used. Okay. So the circuit will be having two types of impedances. One is input impedance and output. Other one is output impedance. So it increases the, either it increases the input impedance or decreases the input impedance, or converse, it either it decreases the output impedance or it increases the output impedance, and this is done depending on the feedback topology used. Okay, this is all about the properties of negative feedback. Let us go to the advantages. Why we should use the negative feedback? What are the advantages we are getting, or what are the benefits we are getting out of negative feedback? We are supposed to discuss. The first one, as we have discussed in the properties, it increases stability. That is, the circuit operation will be more stable. Let us see what is trying to say is the transfer gain AF of the amplifier with feedback can be stabilized against the variations of the H or hybrid parameters of the transistor or the parameters of the other active devices used in the amplifier. So let me put it in a very simple manner. It increases stability. Okay, the operation of a negative feedback amplifier will be stable, and how it is done is it is stabilized with the variations in the some of the parameters, H parameters and pi parameter, hybrid pi parameters we say, that will come in the higher semesters for you guys. So it will make H and these hybrid parameters uh, uh, of these devices stable. So by this, what happens is the stability of the negative feedback amplifier increases. Next advantage is improves the bandwidth or frequency response. What is bandwidth? Let us put it in a very simple manner. Bandwidth means it's the difference of two frequencies you say, na, F1 minus F2. So what is the meaning of that? It is the range of frequency for which the or circuit or amplifier is working. So the improves bandwidth means the operating range of frequencies increase. Okay. The next advantage is improves the input resistance. Uh, Input resist, actually speaking, if we take any of the electronic circuits, we should the one property is desired. What is that property means? Input impedance should be very high and output impedance should be very less. Okay, so that is the desired characteristics of any of the electronic circuit we take. Fine. Now, in such a case, if we use this negative feedback amplifier, what is saying is it improves the input resistance. Okay, normally high input resistance of voltage amplifier can be made higher. It will be high only amplifier input impedance, which further made as higher one. Right? and improves the output resistance. Normally, a low output resistance of voltage amplifier can be lowered. As I said, output resistance or impedance will be will be less. It will be further reduced. Further it will be lowered. The next advantage is improves the linearity of operation. Okay, there is a significant improvement in the linearity of operation of a feedback amplifier compared to that of amplifier without feedback. The meaning is the operation of the amplifier, the working of the amplifier is made linear. Okay, so it is made more linear compared to the one which is having no feedback signal. And next is it reduces non-linear distortions. Okay, so this negative feedback amplifier, what it does is it reduces the non-linear distortion that are happening, and finally it reduces the noise that are going to occur in the uh, circuit. Okay, so this is all about the properties and advantages of negative feedback amplifier.